Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we're back with a long-awaited. I don't know if you guys have actually been waiting for this, but long overdue showcase for EX YOUM. Finally, the bastard is mine. Got lucky on the July daily single summons for once, and pulled actually both him and Mjurran technically. So, guess we got some good luck there. But now we can finally do a proper showcase for him, of which it's not going to be terribly long, because he's really not that good, sadly. It's cool that I have him. I'm never going to use him, except for this video, but he is a physical light unit, wholehearted devotion, because of Mjurran, commander, and stern of spirit. He's a defense growth type, so do not expect big daddy damage out of him. He is an AoE EX unit. I'm also not going to do his EX board because I'm never going to use him and I'm not going to waste these resources on him, so just know that if you do have him, he can be slightly more powerful if you do this EX board than what I'm going to show you. But his skills, like I said, he is an AoE for 300%, and then decreases all guard penetration by 10%, which is pretty not great. And then you can go up to 600% with the EX ult. His first skill is going to stay at level 9, increases all allies' defense by 29%, and crit resistance by 40%. So very much doubling down on the defense aspect. This only goes up to 30, so I'm not missing too much out of not having it maxed out. And his second skill is a triple orb change from 3 orange to 3 green. So, and then he also increased our green damage by up to 10%, but it's going to stay at 9. His Valor trait, you seal all attack changing skills, not that I would bring him into Valor Cup, and then his actual trait, if I had dupes, would be increases his own pierce rate by 3%. So that's also cool. Alright, so with that said, let's take him on to the two teams that I think he's meant to be on, and then we're gonna cut him out of our lives and never look at him again. Okay, well, he's definitely a defense growth unit, because he has more defense than my 100 Bride Xian with a 120 Raphael attached, and his jacket is not awakened. Also, I don't have a light greatsword, and I'm not going to waste resources making him one, so he's just going to use a dark greatsword, and you're going to have to deal with that fact. But obviously his attack stat is absolutely atrocious. One, because he doesn't have a greatsword that's light, and two, he just has terrible attack stats. So we're going to take him on the light 2.0 team. You know, he is light and he is physical. If I had his trait, he would get that extra pierce power, which would benefit from, you know, having Shizu. It's just that this team now has a single orb changer for orange, a single orb changer for orange, a triple orb changer for oranges to greens, and then we have Isis for the blues, and we also have Shizu, and then we have the hero. So, I mean, is he going to do a lot of damage? Probably not, because he doesn't have a personal attack buff. He's going to get the crit, he's going to get the pierce, and that's it. So he's just here to give defense to the units so they can live longer in this stage. I don't really know, but we don't have set starting hands, so I'll see you guys in a second. Well, what do you know? The game is like, oh, you want to showcase YOUM? Here you go. So it gave us a good orb change, except he cost 35 points, and I did not realize that. Right, because him and Mjurran are not summonable, so they have worse things. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna do, we're gonna bring him in for the hero, and we'll send these two, and that'll give us enough points to use his orb change next turn, and hopefully it doesn't give us a blue. You bastard. Okay, well, the game wants me to do this, so we're just gonna do it. Let's get the Isis green buff. Let's get the damage increase for greens, and then we'll bring YOUM in for the hero, and we'll bring Xian in for, I want to say Isis. I want to bring in for Rimuru because he has more orbs, but I want his trait. Not that it really matters. We're just going to do this. We're just going to do that. Alright. So let's compare how much damage we do with YOUM versus Xian. It's going to be terrible, but whatever. We're here for science. Right? Okay, cheeky counter. 51 versus 67. Quite a difference right there, as expected. So already we've seen one okay, 2 cheeky counters. We've seen one downside with having YOUM and his orb change is that it does cost 35 points instead of a traditional 30 for a triple orb change. So that is a weakness for him, because there's no reason at this point that it should be another 5 points. But I guess he did come out, you know, with what am I calling that? With the first EX meta, right? With Fount of Wisdom, and he's free, so he can't be as good. Like, Octogram Guy has a triple orb change, right? But he's an Octogram unit, and it takes a while to get him. It took me a while to get this guy. Not that it really matters, but, you know, sticks and stones. So we can use the Ice's orb change, and we can use YOUM's orb change here. And then let's go ahead and get some defense, just so we can tank this a little better, right? And we'll hold on to Shizu right here, because we're just trying to use skills, right? So let's get Isis out of here, even though we gave everyone defense, oh well. And then let's use the Pierce Resistance down, just as another skill. Because remember, we want to stack up Shion's Pierce Power and Shizu's Pierce Rate as much as possible. Alright, 54, 56. So he's hitting just under the power of my 100 light Rimuru, which I guess isn't a terrible thing, because, you know, he is a summonable unit, but he's also old. He's also balance growth, so that is something. Alright. We can have 100 points. We don't have a YOUM ult, which I kind of want a YOUM ult, right? That's the whole point of this. So let's do... let's get Rimuru out of here. And then we can use this orb change with Shion to get another skill point. And then we can get you out of here for the rewind. Another green buff. And that's as many skills as we're going to get for this turn. The rewind on turn 3.5, because that'll give us another full hand of greens, more points. It'll give us a YOUM ult, and it will allow us to use more skills on the rewind to just continue to buff up the Pierce power of Shion. So, we pierced for 16-6 right there, okay. Shion's almost dead, so I don't want to send anything more against her. So again, we'll just do... more defense. And crit resistance, even though these guys don't crit us at all. And then we'll use Shizu again to get more points and a full hand of green again. Unfortunately, not an EX ult for YOUM. Close. We have an EX ult for the hero, though, if that matters at all. I mean, we could just delay another turn and go for the EX ult for YOUM. It doesn't really change all that much, huh? If we get some orbs for him. Alright, we can't really send anything else, though, so we kind of have to just bank on this being enough, huh? Yeah, it's not. It's not. Let's pray that we get another... Okay, good. Right there. Alright. Oh, she healed a bit. Perfect. So, these 2 greens should get us his EX ult, because they're still buffed. Perfect. Alright. We still have the defense, so we should tank these attacks fairly well. Fairly being the pejorative term. Let's get Isis out of here, though, because I don't really trust her. Alright, and we have some defense here. So, green orbs. Get that EX ult. Okay. So, cool. Alright, we tanked that fairly well. And then Shion hits... Ooh, the hero. Please don't kill her. Alright, cool. Sweet. Alright. So we can do the crit buff, and then we can do the Pierce Power with 73% Pierce Power. That's crazy. Alright. We can do that. Yes, let's do this. And then we'll get Rimuru up front for the hero, who's not going to have the crit, but it's fine. Let's give the Pierce 125% chance to Pierce. I think we're going to Pierce. And so now YOUM has the Pierce rate, he has crit rate, and they have crit resistance down, and it's all hunky-dory, I guess. I think we're going to kill, so we'll do this. And then we'll send the rest of these on you, unless you die. So YOUM, ult, pretty basic, right? He's not a premium unit though. He's just a quote-unquote free. Alright, Shion's dead. I didn't even see how much damage that was. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. Alright, Rimuru, yeah, he's old. Whatever. 26k. Shion will kill though. She's got a lot of power. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me go back and check how much damage we did, and then we'll move on to the next team. Alright, so for the second team, the last team that we're going to show here, I don't think I can really use him anywhere else. We're going to take him on the Earth team to, you know, boost the defense of this team, which is really what they want. So, I mean, these, Leon and Velzard, they both have high attack and they crit. And what does YOUM do? He gives us defense and he gives us crit resistance. So he's going to be actually quite useful here alongside the healing from Mjurran and Trainee, and then he will also be our Orb Changer, or Orb Changer and Green Buffer, and then our Orb Changer. Technically, Isis is kind of redundant here, but I do want her green buff. But, you know, actually, what we could do... Ooh, we could make use of our new units, right? So we're going to do this instead, because we can just pop Soe in, and he has the same thing as Valentine of giving us extra 6 points, so we can use the Orb Change turn 1, because we'll have enough there. So yeah, we'll do this instead. So let's get you Shuna's jacket, and we can live there. So Rain does have the green buff, and also she has the magic buff, which is going to be our main 3 Earth units are magic. So, and you know, this could work. Could being the key word, but let's find out. Okay, so normally for this team we would have like a 25 cost Orb Changer, and then I'd put another one of the skill point turn 1 units up, so we would have enough to use both the Orb Change and Rain's buff, but we don't because he costs 35 points, and nothing I can do about that. So we'll just use his Orb Change turn 1, and we'll get some points back. Let's go ahead and bring in Mjurran for him, and then we'll bring everybody in. We'll worry about Rain's skill next turn. We're going to focus on Leon first. Who has the highest normal attack here? 8. They all have really high defense. 8, 7, 8, 9, 9, 1. Okay, so you're going last. Okay, so obviously the idea with this Earth 2.0 team is that they have really high defense. Benimaru is going to give them counterattacks and reset the skill cost, so everything costs the same amount. He gives us extra skill point gain by like 250% or something, so we will have quite a bit to use. And we have 73 skill points, so we can use both of the Orb Changes. So we can bring Trainee out. Yep. And then we can use the Mjurran Orb Change for 35 points. Perfect. And then we can use Benimaru to give everybody counterattacks and reset the skill cost of YOUM and technically Mjurran. And then we can also use his Orb Change and heal Mjurran up a bit. And there we go. So now we have an extra 250% point gain on the greens. They've been reset, and you know, we'll be looking okay. We just don't have the green buff going, so kind of unfortunate. 5,051.7, so just incrementally higher. But yeah, so that's the idea: is resetting skill points, resetting costs. Okay, cheeky counter, which are guaranteed. So it's not really cheeky, is it? It's guaranteed. Leon, this might hurt YOUM a bit. Yeah, we don't have any really defense stuff going on right now, but we can use that. And then we can also lower everyone's attack. And what else can we do? What kind of hand do we got? Ooh, you know, I do like some cheap Orb Changers though, right? So let's get some defense, let's do this, and let's get some continuous heal. We're just going to send these orbs, and then, yeah, we can heal up after this. Let's do Mjurran's orbs. Okay, so Mjurran does 20k. Not great. Not great at all. Okay, counter. But we're not taking any damage now, realistically. Like, he did 200 damage. 1 damage. Awesome. I love to see 1 damage. So the combination of lowering their attack, giving us that extra defense, is really actually working out quite well. 500 damage on them, 1,000, 1,200 against YOUM. That's fairly good right there. I'm not upset at those numbers. But I am upset at this hand, because we don't have enough, even if we were to reset everything, because it costs 70 points to use both of their orb changes, which is just is a major flaw in these two EX units. Is just their orb change costs so much, and we still don't have enough to use both of them anyways. All right, we can after we send these stupid oranges right here, though. Yeah, we'll have enough. All of our defenses are wearing off next turn, which is unfortunate. Alright, cheeky counter. Alright, that hurt a little bit more. Okay, he hit YOUM. Alright, so let's use this orb change. Cool. Let's use Benimaru to reset that and YOUM. And then we'll use his orb change. Heal him back a bit. And we don't have enough to use. We have not had a chance to use rain at all, at all, because their orb changes just take so many points. Okay, we're gonna take you out now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go for some more earth damage. Yeah. So we have an ult for Mjurran. And we can heal next turn with Trainee, and we can reapply the 3-turn heal. That's what I was going for. Alright, cheeky counter. Okay, so we're gonna continuous heal and heal. Lower their attack again. And then reset all of that. We're gonna send these ults. We're on turn 7. It takes until turn 10 for Mjurran's Earth Attack skill to be maxed out, right? Because every 2 turns it goes up by 10 for a max of 60. Okay. I do want to kill Leon, though. I just want to get him out of here. So let's see if we can kill with this. I kind of doubt it, but... 20k single target. EX Mjurran does 14k. Oh, we're not going to kill him. Sad face. Alright, now on cheeky counter. Alright, 373 damage, great. Please counterattack and kill yourself. Cool. Cool, alright, good. Excellent. And we're still, like, we're pretty good on heals right now. This is a good hand, because we are buffed by Benimaru still. We can send these 4 greens and get, maximum value out of this. We should get an ult for this Mjurran. Not anybody else, though. But what we can do, since we're not really gonna get an ult for anybody, is we can do this. We can then use the green buff. Yes. And then that'll also... So now the greens are getting a 250% skill point increase and a 50% all gauge increase, which will then just kind of help out everything else. 1, 2, 3. Cool. We get max points. 31, 47, 43, 48. Alright. So now what do I want to do? We don't have enough to use Benimaru to reset YOUM yet. But we still have to go 1 more turn as well. So what if we do this? What if we do this? No, that's not going to do it. What can we do? The greens are still buffed. So I could do this. And that should get us, yeah. Alright, so that gets us max points, that gets us another Benimaru. That works out fairly well. 129 damage. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Man. We are on turn 10, though, so now Mjurran's skill is capped out. Oh, 5 oranges. Are you kidding me right now? We're just gonna try it out. Who's got the most orbs? YOUM. We're gonna take out YOUM. Okay. So we're gonna do the stat swap and the max earth attack plus the magic attack, which is 20% plus the magic resistance down. So that'll just help our damage by a tiny, tiny bit. We'll use Benimaru for the counters, for funsy onesies. So now Mjurran's attack stat is up to 11.4. Awesome. And then we'll do this. So, no, we'll do that. Okay, 58k. And then 13k on that normal orb. Alright, well... I didn't say it was the best team around, okay? Definitely didn't say that. I'll bring you in for rain. We'll send all these orbs. So yeah, I mean, I think we can end this here. I think we've gone long enough. But EX YOUM, useful in very specific circumstances when you need high defense and a really expensive orb chain for some reason. I would not bring him anywhere else. I wouldn't put him on another green-focused team like, you know, the Fantasy Milim team or the Gods of Destiny team or even, like, or even, like, the Dark team. Like, I wouldn't put him on there. It's fun and dandy and nice and all, but unnecessary, I think. Just because he costs too much, right? He's not overly useful. 47k right there. Trainee finished it off. Cool. EX YOUM. Finally have him. I can say I have every unit again in the game. And we're never going to look at him again. So, let me know what you guys think. But that's it from me. Take it easy. And I'll see you all later.